Hi everyone, this video is an update to my earlier video about Winix P150 air purifier, and this is its filter. I mentioned that the filter are expensive. It was going on eBay from £39 up to 55, somewhere 60 even, but I managed to find one on Amazon for £29. So rush to the Amazon and buy one of these. Anyhow, also I had purchased one of the Chinese ones that the price is, I mentioned again in my previous video, that is under £13, just to compare the difference between the original one and the Chinese one. And in the description on the Chinese one was saying that is absolutely the same but cheaper. And I thought, okay, let's try this. When I got it, it was in a plain box, not like this, and everything there was in a bag, not sealed, and from the look of it, yes, it was absolutely identical, but when I tried it, it was absolutely useless. It was getting everything from the room inside and blowing it back to the air. And I'm going to demonstrate this to you with the original and the Chinese one, but I definitely do not recommend you to buy the Chinese, which is under £13, and there are some sellers here that they are selling those Chinese ones, but with the price you can immediately realize that those are not Winix original replacement filters. So this is the box of the original. I just, my address was here, I peeled it off, and somehow it was messy here. I painted black, but this is the look of it. And on each side, left and right, is the same, but at the back it has all instruction how to do the HEPA filter and how to do the carbon fiber filter, which is just to grabbing the larger particles in the air. So I just hold it for you if you can read, and at the bottom is nothing, and at the top is the same, nothing. And I get everything out of the box and I show you the original and the Chinese one. I have to just set up a place that I can fit both of them at the same time, but let's do it to see how I can manage in this small frame. First, let's have a look at the HEPA filter, and the original one was in this plastic bag that it was sealed at the top, and this is the original one and this is the copy one. And if you look at the side of this, you can see that is not the same height, and the original one has the direction of the installation of the filter and the airflow, and it has two somehow tab that you can grab it and pull it out. And at the back is, this one is rather solid, and each of these materials that they have used, they are much thicker than this, and on this one it has nothing written anywhere at all. So by the look of it, let me just turn this light on. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. So this is the original and this is the Chinese one. And this one was just in a plastic bag which wasn't sealed and it was open. I turned the other light as well and we talk more. So now under the light you can see even the color of this is totally different than this, and from the look of it is the same, but the height is not the same, and the quality, the color is different. This one is more substantial, although that is thinner in look, but still is whiter than this one. So this was the HEPA filter, and now look at the carbon fiber filter. They are more or less the same because they are cheaper, and even the Winix one still is more or less the same because they are just for grabbing the larger particles in the air. So they are not very crucial to the purifying the air. This one is the one that does all the job. But I'll show you the other ones as well. So this is the original one, this is the Chinese one, and both of them, they came in somehow sealable bag, but the quality, as I mentioned, they may be all the same, but the Chinese one is a little bit thinner than this, less condensed than this one, but still they are for grabbing the larger particles, not the at the molecular level. So I set up a demonstration and we talk more, and I show you how the Chinese one is getting all the air from the room and passing it through the HEPA filter, but on the Winix type is not allowing any particles to come through. I hope you can see that. So here I have installed the Chinese with the HEPA filter and the carbon fiber filter, and with the aid of this powerful torch we are going to see how the particles are coming out of the Winix P150 with the fake filter. And now I am blowing some mist into this and see how it, I hope you can see that is coming out of the top. I have to try this because it's really difficult. And I hope you can see that. I can see it clearly. Let me just turn it a little bit higher. I am hoping that you see that. And I cannot check both at the same time, but I try once more. It's really visible here, and now I am trying to change it and then see how it goes. change to the original Winix. Okay, I have changed it, and now we are trying it again with the same power. And now I hope you can see this. That nothing comes from the top, nothing at all. And if you are wondering the amount that I am blowing into it, I just blow it on the top to see. This is the amount that I'm blowing into this. And now, once more, I try. And as you see, the particles that you can see around it is just the one that had, misdirected to some other places. I show you again. That nothing coming from the top at all. I use it with different light intensity to show you. Absolutely nothing is coming out. So this is the difference between the original and the fake one. I must add that the Chinese one, it was really difficult to fit it in there, and it wasn't exactly the same size, and you have to push it in via some fiddling and pushing and just nudging it into place. But this one, the original one, just goes in there, fit, doesn't leave any gap in surrounding of the HEPA filter, and everything works perfectly. And then I have to mention, these have some sort of flow in there, that if you want to move this via the handle at the back somewhere else, the filter, the carbon fiber filter, just pushes forward and comes out. And in order to avoid that, you can just put a elastic band from here to there to avoid that to happen. So this was a video about the replacement filter of Winix P150, and I hope you enjoyed that. And again, I hope you are not going for the cheap one, because you're bound to go for the original one, but it's expensive, and on Amazon they are selling it for $29.99, but on eBay is $39.99 upwards. So I fully recommend you to buy the original one. After all, it's going to last for a year, so it's a good investment. Don't go the cheap route. I bought the cheap one just to show you that the cheap one wouldn't work. So until my next video, I hope you share, you like, you dislike, whatever, but use my videos to your advantages. And until my next video, take care of yourself and each other, and as always, have a great time.